This story is called The Snoring Monster. 1985, when I graduated college. The Snoring Monster. Most nights, Terry fell asleep as soon as his father turned out the light. But one night, he didn't. He tried, but he just couldn't. And while he lay there, looking at the wall, he saw a goblin. He even heard the goblin's teeth popping. Pop, pop, pop. "Daddy!" Terry yelled, "Come quickly!" "Yes, son," said his father. "What is it?" "I see a goblin on my wall," Terry whispered. "I heard his teeth popping. They go pop, pop, pop." Terry's father turned on the light. "You were seeing yourself in the mirror," he said, "and I don't think you look very much like a goblin, but that's beside the point. And you were hearing the furnace pipes popping. Sometimes the pipes do that when the furnace comes on." "Is that all it was?" Terry asked. "That's all," his father said. "Nothing but the furnace pipe goblin." Terry felt much better. "Thank you, Daddy," he said. "Good night, son," said his father. Terry tried to go to sleep, but he just couldn't. And while he lay there, looking at the floor, he saw a monster. And he heard it creaking towards him. "Creak, creak, creak! Daddy!" Terry shouted. "What is it?" his father asked. "I see a monster on my floor," Terry told him. "I hear it creeping closer. It goes creak, creak, creak." And he's calling his father to right where the monster is. Oh well, I won't get into it. Terry's father turned on the lights. "You were seeing the rug," he said, "and you were hearing those boards on the floor creak. Sometimes boards do that when they cool down at night." "I'm glad that was all it was," Terry said with a yawn, and Father wisely didn't bring up the idea that he really needed to have cleaned his room, but we won't get into that. "And I'm glad you feel better," his father whispered. "No need to worry about the floorboard monster. Good night." I'm admiring this dad here. Terry tried harder than ever to go to sleep, but he just couldn't. And while he lay there looking out the window, he saw a witch. And he heard her pecking at the glass. Tap, tap, tap. She was trying to get in. "Daddy!" yelled Terry. "Yes?" said his father. "I see a witch in my window," Terry said. "I hear her pecking at the glass. She goes tap, tap, tap." Terry's father picked him up and they looked out the window together. "You were seeing that elm branch," his father said, "and you were hearing the brush against your window when the wind blew. Tomorrow we will go out and trim that elm witch." Now, of course, Rudyard Kipling claims that elm trees hate mankind, but Father wisely didn't bring up anything about that. "You're funny, Daddy," Terry said. "Good night, son," his father whispered, "and don't worry about that old elm witch." Terry tried and tried to go to sleep, but he just couldn't. The refrigerator was humming in the kitchen, and Terry's tummy felt hungry. Terry got up and went to his parents' bedroom. "Daddy!" Mom's sound asleep. I'm admiring this dad. "Daddy!" he whispered. "There's a hungry demon in the kitchen. I hear his tummy rumbling." Terry's father sat up and listened. Then he smiled. "I think you're right," he said. "Maybe we should see about that hungry demon." Yeah. Is he calling his son a demon? Well, we won't get into that. "We sure took care of that hungry demon," Terry said with his mouth full of cinnamon toast. "We sure did," his father agreed. And wisely, his father did not bring up a subject of an old story by H.P. Lovecraft and make this kid terrified of refrigeration. But hey, we won't get into that. Terry's father carried him back to bed and tucked him in. This time, Terry didn't have to try. He was fast asleep before his father turned out the light, and he was snoring. Said Terry's father to himself. Now there's a snoring monster in my son's bed.